Alright, so we're checking out the only game where crossing a line through one single sentence can cause an entire country to massacre itself. It's the Westport Independent. More massacres, damn it! In the Westport Independent, you play a young news editor, and your job is to edit the news in a pro-government way, so that people don't slaughter one another. We're not doing that. Obviously, as with any game that has to do with the news that we play with, our job is to make sure that everyone is rioting and pillaging the shit out of one another. The point of the game is to take articles and then click on things that you don't like. It's then removed from the potential news when you publish it. Typically, you want to follow the government because if you don't, you get offed, but honestly, I end up dying in most of these games anyway, so what the hell? I also appreciate that you can literally censor the tutorial. I also appreciate that you can change the name of the titles. Tutorial article number 1, censoring. Boring. Welcome to the extraordinary and amazing soon-to-be Game of the Year winner, the Westport Independent. There we go. Loyalist government pursues harsher actions against suspected rebels, or loyalist government attacks the privacy of civilians. There we go. It's like week 0 and I'm probably going to end up getting sniped in my office. So as you send the stories to the publications, everyone gets to sit around the table, smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. Honestly, if the government wanted to bomb us, now would be the perfect time because they could kill all of the editors in one shot. I like how this girl Anne is like, media outlets like ourselves have a scary amount of power over people's opinions. She's not wrong. Anytime I've played a news game, usually by day 4 or 5, everyone is hanging one another. The people's political opinion, +4 rebel, that's what I'm talking about. Our loyalist suspicion level is also starting to go up. Dear editor, you would do well to remember that reluctance in this matter will reflect poorly not only on your employee, but on you as well. They're basically saying don't publish anything that has disloyal behavior. This is actually very gentlemanly. This is the first time I've ever received a strongly worded letter before I was Molotov cocktailed. Okay, clicking on this is really bad because it's a great way to get yourself backhanded. The two potential titles are Local Factory Hires Women Workers or Local Factory Hires Scabs. Here we go, this is more like it. The end of times are near. The confessions of a former rebel. I like how every once in a while there's just a news article that really doesn't have anything to do with rebels. You can just make fun of people. This one says, movie star gets wax figure in exhibition honoring local celebrities. The other title is, Harold Finn's ego as big as ever doesn't think statues made in his honor are good enough. The statue had to be redone 14 times. If you intentionally want to be a penis, you're going to get published. Multiple industrial giants suspected of having connections to violent gangs. As the city's most infamous criminal gang, the Vile Rags, are suspected of involvement in over 100 crimes. No one will know of this. Former author turns prophet, not good enough. Pulp writer starts cult, now we're getting somewhere. Pulp writer Pete E. Roberts has gained some new popularity by claiming to have unlocked psychic powers. Offering to share his secrets for a price, the author has opened a new institute in his home. This is due to his claims that his powers can only be used inside of his home, and only when you're naked. New plans to add fluoride to drinking water, or government adds untested substances to drinking water. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the potential for this to reduce cavities. I'd rather people just think it's there to control their minds. These titles are amazing. It's like Florida Man level. Watch this. Burglar apprehended in Northern District, or homeless man assaulted for sitting outside gated community. Last night, security at the Lionwood community in the northern suburbs detained a man for attempted burglary. All right, yeah, we don't want anyone to know he may have been a burglar. The man arrived at the police station with a black eye and multiple bruises. Yes. Some of the bums need a little extra motivation. Now this article sounds good. New park planned for the southern docks. That sounds nice. Or government's new park leaves hundreds of people homeless. Hell yes. All right, so the new park is for the sports festival. We don't want anyone knowing about that. The government will make room for the park by demolishing nearby apartment complexes. The apartments currently house 500 people. That's the article. Homeless man assaulted. You're going on the front page today. Rebels assault paperboy. Burn news shipment. That sounds pretty damning. The people fight back against censorship and lies. This morning, a paper delivery for the Eastern Journal was interrupted by a group of masked figures. The paper boy tried to intervene, but was overpowered and assaulted. The truck was left vandalized and sprayed with the words including class traitors and loyalist dogs. Poor paper boy, he's so unimportant that he's not even gonna get to be in this story. Psychic visionary taken out by the government. No, not my Scientology guy. All right, let's get rid of his charges here. No fraud. Just like the prophet predicted, the arrival is nigh. The beatings of the poor psychic visionary deserves to be on the front page. Yeah, unemployment, that seems important. All right, we're slowly starting to move toward the rebellion. We're like almost, you know, whatever, 2/5 of the way there. The North loves us. Mercury found in the fish from the southern docks, or fish from the southern docks could kill you. You always want to be as extreme as possible. Let's see, contained dosage of mercury. Okay, good. Potential health hazard. I like that. Media officials confirm that the dosage is still below lethal amounts. Not good. New youth group founded to educate the nation's youth, or loyalists attempt to indoctrinate the nation's youth. Hell yes. That's right, it's not the YMCA, it's a goddamn concentration camp, you bastards. Yesterday, the government announced the foundation of a new youth group titled Loyalist Youth. The goal is to offer fun and educational activities. Lies. Children will also be taught loyalist values and will earn ranks based upon their knowledge and behavior. I like the way these ones sound. Man shot during robbery close to the Eastern factories, or innocent man shot in violent robbery by the Eastern factories. The perpetrator acted alone and wore a goat mask. I can't get rid of this, it's amazing. I don't want to let anyone know that the police actually did their job though. Come on baby, we're almost at the halfway point. This Harold Finn guy is in like every single day that I'm going through my news articles. Movie star divorces 8th wife, or movie star ruins another marriage. Divorcing his 8th wife, hell yes. The marriage lasted for 2 years, making it one of the star's longest. Police arrests union chairman. Union chairman Ernest Lynch was arrested today for suspected rebel ties. No. There we go, Lynch has become the hero of the working class. These protests have been accused of disturbing the peace. No, they haven't. I like this. Ramaval Industries lays off 400 employees, or Ramaval Industries takes out its financial issues on its employees. Here we go. We're sad to see so many great people go. Are you? When asked if the company's management had taken any pay cuts in light of the recent losses, no comments were received. All right, we've already got the Eastern factories and the Southern docks pretty close to the rebels. The North is a pain in the ass. Suburban bastards. Because of your impotence and reluctance when taking care of your team, we've been forced to take your employee Frank into custody. Son of a bitch. Frank was one of my best rebels. Police shut down prostitution ring in the East. Sounds like everyone's doing their jobs. Police shut down brothel for not paying bribes. There we go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of these and just leave. Witnesses claim to have heard one of the women pleading that they had already paid for protection. Rebels influence Westport papers. I mean, that's true. Or police scare populace with conspiracy theories. There we go. I have to get rid of almost everything here to make this sound good. The only thing that's left is signed friendly rebel neighbor. Several of the letters contain references to various acts of terror. Great. Now Anne is showing a rebellious attitude and threatening to arrest her ass too. I've got to keep at least some of my editors around. Most uncooperative editor, it seems that your paper has continued to take a stand against the guidelines put in place in preparation of the public culture bill. Continued disobedience will be punished. Welcome to GrayStillPlays, bitch. New law to improve national security. New government initiative to use hearsay as evidence. There we go. Public Responsibility Act, bleh. A lot of praise, no it hasn't. Westport police shut down smuggling ring. Police attack Southern Docks Market. Okay, part of my staff is back. Part of my staff left because they hate me as a boss because I continue to force them to publish rebel propaganda, but that's what we do here. Right now, I'm trying to balance between not going to jail and publishing rebel articles. We only got 2 weeks left, so we're gonna push it full bore. This is great because you're basically just adding one word. Instead of exhibition canceled, it's government cancels exhibition. When in doubt, blame it on the government. The government censors condemn the exhibition as obscene and vulgar. Why? Because it makes them look like dicks. As usual, rather than slap anyone on the hand, everyone's been taken into custody for treason. All right, who has the lowest chance of going to jail right now? Bomb disrupts rally. This doesn't really paint the government or anyone that works for them in a bad light. Police lead witch hunt after bombing. There we go. Now to just get rid of anything that makes this sound like a legitimate crime, all right, get rid of that. I don't want anyone to know that anyone was injured. Nothing like a good old witch hunt on the front page. The North has been a real pain in the ass, but I almost got them into the rebel areas. I think I can get away with like 1 more week of screwing with the government before I get arrested, so that should put everything like right where I need it to be. All right, Frank's been taken into custody, so I only have 2 people left again. Fewer beggars than ever, claim new statistics. Nope. Policemen improve public appearance by assaulting beggars. There we go. New statistics shows that the number of street beggars is lower than ever. Yeah, because the police are beating them and then turning them into burger meat. New loyalty reviews for government employees. New government policy to weed out dissenters in the public sector. Representatives assure that they will handle these delicately and only use them in rare cases. These bastards lie almost as much as I do. Sitting around the table, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, thinking about all the rest of the employees that have been arrested, assassinated, or just left because they couldn't stand working here anymore. The 16th of May, the day of the public culture bill. What sort of wonderful things are happening around the country? The northern suburbs are barely recognizable. The district that used to be a shimmering symbol for Westport's upper classes was struck by excessive vandalism. Yeah. Anti-government messages have been written on the walls of the residences, while propaganda posters have been stuck to the fences. By the western districts, a minor protest has started. While unexpected when considering the support the district used to give the Loyalists, the small amount of participation proves that things aren't easily changed. At the eastern factories, however, a major strike has started. Most of the industries have been forced to close down for the day, and a few have been vandalized to a degree that will likely keep them closed for weeks. Hundreds of people, most of them workers, have taken to the streets carrying banners painted with coal and tar. The police are on the way to calm the situation down. However, judging by the size of the protesting crowd and taking of the workers' opinions for the state into account, it's hard to believe intervention by the authorities will end peacefully. All right, now the South was the best. These guys are psychotic. Oh my God, some dude's hanging. Jesus Christ. It's like burning him alive and hanging him. Shouts of workers rise, bring the Loyalist demise echo through the streets. The sidewalks are filled with torn up government propaganda, shattered glass, and the occasional police either dead or beaten within an inch of their life. Oh my God. One of the lifeless bodies hangs from the top of a lamppost with the sign "Censor This" dangling from their neck. The streets themselves are packed with protesters and rioters armed with pipes, bats, and broken bottles. Of the many rumors circulating about the paper's missing employees, air quotes, there are a few that keep reoccurring. One of the concerns, a young man leading the riot at a police station. Witnesses claim they arrived early in the morning, rallying on the other side of the steel fence, all armed with placards and pipes. Nobody knows who threw the first Molotov, but everybody was witness to the chaos. A few hours later, it had died down with many of the participants having fled or laying wounded and dead. The only thing remaining is a burning pile of rubble and one line of graffiti lit up by the flames. Oh my God, no. Witnesses have reported seeing a mysterious woman carrying a Westport Independent press badge at different spots in the city. She'd been seen in the middle of the action dodging blows while taking pictures. She's over there like writing stories, and she goes, well, in case the world doesn't end tonight, somebody's got to write this down. Police are still searching for one of the paper's journalists, Phil, who has been reported missing from his home. Oh my God, I destroyed my entire staff. According to the statements from neighbors, he arrived earlier at the apartments he shares with his brother, seeming frantic. Neighbors are growing suspicious after they heard a set of heavy thuds and sounds from the apartment and went to investigate, suspecting looters. The signs of a struggle were evident, but neither the journalist nor his brother were anywhere to be found. Oh God. In the east, witnesses have reported seeing a middle-aged woman matching the description of one of the paper's employees. She has set up blockades adjacent to the fighting by stacking broken doors and furniture. I think us journalists have ruined things enough. A witness claims she stated when prompted. Yeah, I think we did. Well, there we go. I told you there was going to be Molotov cocktails one way or the other. We destroyed the entire world and we destroyed the entire newspaper office. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Westport Independent. Until next time, stay foxy and much love.